evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The state and shura councils discuss in a joint session articles of difference in the Living Aquatic Wealth draft law. The Social Enterprises Symposium discusses the initiatives of Omani youth in the field of social and voluntary work. And Syrian government forces advance in the southern Daraa province. Those were the headlines. Now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Othman Ghazali of Comoros on his country's National Day. His Majesty the Sultan also sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Professor Peter Mutharika of Malawi on his country's independence anniversary. Members of the State and Shura Councils agreed in a joint session on topics of contrast in the Living Aquatic Wealth draft law. The new draft is far broader than the existing one, as it includes different activities related to fisheries wealth and aquaculture. The session was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Yahya bin Mahfoud Al-Mantari, Chairman of the State Council. A new social enterprise concerned with education was launched at the Social Enterprises Symposium, where a number of founders shared experiences on the subject of establishing social enterprises. Our reporter Salah bin Khalfan Al-Rabi has more details in the following report.
At the Social Enterprises Symposium, a number of success stories were revealed about the formation of non-profit social enterprises by Omani youth, starting from student groups in the universities and colleges until the stage of becoming a social enterprise.
The National Youth Commission in general sponsor all of these youth initiatives, either financially or legislatively, and sometimes even we organize workshops in order to improve the idea, improve the skills of youth in how to manage such projects. We always target those initiatives that they develop the skills of youth. Also, any initiative that is supporting the sustainable development of the country.
Social enterprise founders presented their different experiences and future aspirations in the field of social or voluntary work, as well as the values that one must possess.
I think try to understand more, to read more, to meet people that they started these kind of businesses, not only in Oman, but maybe outside Oman, and make an effort to understand their businesses. This is, I think, the way that overcome how can we establish social enterprises.
Salikun Enterprise, which was initially called My Scholarship Experience Initiative, has been inaugurated at the end of the seminar as a social enterprise that is dedicated to the education sector.
This company, it was a non-profit company. It's basically based with a group of students. To be a company, it means that you have all the capabilities to work in all the society.
The open discussions of the event also highlighted the opportunities available for students in the social or voluntary work.
These examples of social enterprises and social initiatives endeavor to invest in the potentials of the Omani youth and empower them in various fields in the society. For the Sultanate of Oman television, Salih bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi, Muscat.
Muscat Municipality, in cooperation with the Royal Oman Police, noted that it will close the left lane of Nizwa Road outside Jefnain area during the weekend from Thursday evening until Sunday morning for periodic maintenance. The municipality urges everyone to take caution and abide by traffic regulations. Activities of the youth club camps were concluded at Sultan Qaboos Sports Complex in the Governorate of Muscat. The camps included a number of sporting, cultural and technical activities in which around 90 youths took part. The concluding ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Salem bin Mohammed Al Marouki, Under-Secretary of the Ministry of Heritage and Culture for Heritage Affairs. Still to come in our news bulletin. A massive July 4th fireworks displayed an enchanting view over the skies of New York in the United States.
عبق فاح بين جنباتها، فنفثت سلاما برائحة لبانها. حلقت عاليا نحو السماء، فنقشت بأبجدياتها تاريخا جميلا، وبكرمها أمست مضربا للأمثال. مهرجان صلالة السياحي 2018 من 10 من يوليو إلى 25 من أغسطس.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Syrian and Russian forces launched a wave of airstrikes against rebel-held areas in the southwest and pushed into a major town today, resuming a wide-scale offensive after negotiations between Russia and the rebels collapsed. The government's advance in the southern Dara province, which began on June 19th, has captured wide areas and forced an estimated 330,000 people to flee their homes. The Britain-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said that with the capture of Sayda, Syrian troops are now about 6 kilometers from the Nasib border crossing with Jordan, one of the main goals of the offensive. The latest wave of attacks comes after a 4-day pause during which rebels negotiated with the Russians about how to end the violence. The airstrikes resumed yesterday after the talks collapsed. Palestinian protests erupted on Wednesday at a Bedouin village in the occupied West Bank facing Israeli demolition in what rights groups have condemned as a bid to expand Jewish settlement. Israel moved 3 bulldozers into the village Khan al-Ahmar earlier in the day, but no demolition got underway at the site after the military left a land confiscation notice there on Tuesday. Some 180 Bedouin raising sheep and goats live in tin and wood shacks in Khan al-Ahmar. It is situated between a major Israeli settlement, Mal al-Jamim, near Jerusalem, and a smaller one to the northeast, Kafar al-Jamim. Israel said it plans to relocate the residents to an area about 12 kilometers away near the Palestinian village of Abu Dis. An emergency services foundation in Thailand has released video footage from inside the flooded cave where a youth football team and their coach have been trapped since June 23rd. Volunteers are helping in the operation to drain water from the cave. With more rain coming, Thai rescuers are racing against time to pump out water from inside the flooded cave before they can extract the 12 boys and their soccer coach. Authorities said the boys, aged 11 to 16, who appeared skinny but in good health in several videos released by the Thai Navy, were being looked after by 7 members of the Thai SEALs, including medics who were staying with them inside the cave. They were mostly in a stable condition and have received high-protein drinks. The sparkling, booming spectacle of the Macy's fireworks show painted New York's skies with patriotic pride as thousands upon thousands of people watched along the city's East River. The crowd cheered and snapped pictures and clapped loudly enough to be heard above the blast of 75,000 shells and effects. The display took more than 25 minutes. Also, in Washington, D.C., the 4th of July fireworks celebration was visible over the Washington Monument, the U.S. Capitol Building, the Lincoln Memorial, and other well-known D.C. landmarks. Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning over the governorates of South Sharqiya, Dhofar and Worcester. Winds will be northwesterly light to moderate. Seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1 metre. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The State and Shura Councils discuss in a joint session articles of difference in the Living Aquatic Wealth Draft Law. The Social Enterprises Symposium discusses the initiatives of Omani youth in the field of social and voluntary work. And Syrian government forces advance in the southern Dara province. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.